and welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Julie and I am the author of the blog CapturingWonderland.com. Today I am going to share with you another really simple and delicious recipe, perfect for fall and the cold season that is coming up here. These spices are sure to warm you up, especially ginger. This is pumpkin spice syrup, and I'm going to use it in all kinds of recipes for the fall, baking and drink recipes specifically. And at the end of this video, I'm also going to show you how I'm going to create pumpkin spice whipped cream with this very syrup. It is so simple to make. I was actually really surprised. I don't know why I always think that delicious things are complicated, but they don't have to be, especially if you already have the ingredients on hand, which I'm sure most of us already do. Now, I went all out when I was creating this syrup and I used all fresh spices, which I actually love a little bit of warm spice in my dishes, especially for fall and the winter months when you're already cold. It's very good to warm up the body. So what are the steps to get this beautiful homemade pumpkin spice syrup? You will use a small saucepan. You are actually going to create a simple syrup first. So you do 1.5 cups of sugar and 1.5 cups of water. Go ahead and you dissolve that. You let it simmer and let the sugar completely dissolve in the water. And once you have your simple syrup done, then you're gonna add the rest of your ingredients. Now I'm just gonna put this note in here right now. And as I said previously, I went all out with my pumpkin spice syrup. So I used all fresh things. I used cinnamon sticks, I used whole cloves, I used the fresh grated ginger, fresh grated nutmeg. I don't know why that I did not know that nutmegs were actual nuts, but that tasted so delicious. I could not believe the differences even in the smell of the fresh spices versus the ground spices. But in the recipe on my website, all of the substitutions to use the ground spices will be included in the recipe for you, and it's a much easier version of that, of course. You add in all of the ingredients to the simple syrup recipe, and then you will let that simmer for 20 minutes. That is really as complicated as it gets. And after it has simmered for 20 minutes, you are going to want to take that off the heat and let it start cooling down. At that point, you're going to want to use some kind of a strainer, a fine mesh strainer, or a cheesecloth, or even a nut bag if you want to go in that direction. But if you use the nut bag or the cheesecloth, you're probably going to want to let it cool all the way so that you don't have to strain hot liquid with your hands or squeeze it out with your hands. After everything is strained out, you're gonna go ahead and add in your homemade vanilla extract or alcohol. You can use vodka or really any alcohol you want to make this shelf stable. You can use rum or even bourbon if you think that that would taste good. I don't drink personally, so I couldn't tell you offhand which one would taste better, but I've heard a lot of good things about rum and bourbon. So if you wanted to add in a couple of tablespoons of those, it would really help with the shelf stability of this simple syrup so that it will last for a couple of months at least. I used my homemade vanilla extract simply because when I was extracting, I used Everclear grain alcohol. So that is perfect for adding shelf stability to this pumpkin spice syrup. And after all of that has been stirred together, you're gonna just go ahead and use a small funnel and pour it into your bottle of choice. You want to make sure that the bottle that you use has some type of airtight lid. So whatever you use, you could use a mason jar if you wanted to. Just make sure that the lid is on really tight. You can go ahead and store this in the refrigerator, or you could store it on a shelf. Just make sure that it's out of direct sunlight. And that is pretty much it, guys. There's not much more to this. You can use this in all kinds of recipes, including making pumpkin spice lattes. This is exactly exactly what they use in Starbucks and other coffee shops to create pumpkin spice lattes and some of their other really big popular pumpkin spice drinks. This can also be used as a garnish on top of all sorts of desserts like ice cream or pies, or like I said earlier, in pumpkin spice whipped cream. Now that recipe is coming soon on my blog, but it is not yet up there, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how to make pumpkin spice whipped cream today. We used it to top our fancy fall drinks, and I'm gonna go ahead and do that today as well because I feel like I deserve a treat. All right, let us go make some homemade pumpkin spice whipped cream. It is really extremely simple. Making homemade whipped cream is one of my absolute favorite things to do. We love to eat it with strawberries. And I had no idea how simple it was to make your own homemade whipped cream until I did it the first time. And then I wondered to myself why I ever even bothered buying it from the store. All it takes is heavy cream, some sugar, and that's it basically. That's all the homemade whipped cream requires. But you're gonna wanna add 2 tablespoons of the pumpkin spice syrup to your homemade whipped cream and just whip that up, and it is absolutely delectable. We licked everything. So to make this delicious drink, it took me less than 5 minutes. And the whipped cream I only whipped for 2 minutes and it came out perfectly. You could whip it a little bit less if you want more of a cold foam type of drink, which a pumpkin spice cold foam drink is coming in the future. But it is definitely a fall treat you must have if you love pumpkin and all things spice. But anyway, thank you so much guys for watching all the way through. If you have made it this far, I hope you try this recipe and let me know what you think. I would really love to know your opinions on it. And don't forget to like the video if you like this kind of content, and follow me here on Capturing Wonderland and be a part of the community here. Hit that subscribe button if this is, again, content you like, and don't forget to come back for more videos. I have a lot of great videos coming up for you, furniture projects and more bedroom projects for my daughter, as well as that library book sale. Actually, I'm heading there today. So this is Sunday. You will be watching this on Monday. Today, Sunday, I'm heading for my second round to the library bookstore because it's bag day, y'all. So I'm excited to fill up a couple of bags with some goodies if I can find some. Thank you so much, friends. Talk to you later. Bye.